Nepal erupted in fury. Streets were on fire. Crowds were defiant. The Prime Minister resigned, but rage only deepened. What began as a fight over social media is now a full-blown revolt against power itself. Right now, the Nepal's army chief and the president are holding urgent talks over the process to form the next government. The army has requested all countrymen to remain calm and exercise restraint. Flames and smoke lit up the skyline in Kathmandu, the homes of Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, former Prime Minister Kanal, and several senior ministers were set ablaze. Government buildings were vandalized, cars were overturned, streets turned into battlegrounds. Watch how the mob, consisting primarily of youngsters, fought pitched battles with police. The administration ordered an indefinite curfew in Kathmandu. A curfew was also imposed in other cities too, but the youth came out in bigger numbers in defiance. WION Saloni Murarka has been closely following the story. She reports from the middle of the action in Kathmandu.
Protesters are surrounding the parliament area. They burned the tires. They burned the tires here right in front of the parliament building. And now stone pelting has just begun from both the sides. Police officials are guarding the premises of the parliament. They say that the rising corruption and widening inequality has tortured the civilians of the country, and that's why all the people and the young people, they leave the nation.
19 people were killed while 400 others were injured in Monday's police crackdown. Amnesty International says live ammunition was used against protesters on Monday. The United Nations demanded a swift and transparent probe. This morning, the protesters' anger turned towards the government led by Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli. Protesters set ablaze the residence of the Prime Minister. The President's house was also vandalized. Properties of politicians and government buildings were targeted. These are images of Nepal's Parliament building, which was set ablaze.
What began as a peaceful protest against the corruption and misgovernance has quickly turned violent. The main federal parliament of Nepal building is on fire. The entire building has been set on fire by these protesters. The property has been completely damaged. As you can see, this is the entire building. And these protesters, you can see here, are also celebrating the decision of the Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli to resign. He has submitted his papers to the President, resigning from his position, compelling him after he lost his support not only among the public but also within his own government.
I am here to protest about the corruption. The country has gotten so bad that for us youths, there is no grounds for us to stay back in the country. We were here to participate in a peaceful rally to seek improvement in the country, but the police and administration decided to get violent and shoot first with tear gas and then with bullets.
We need to make sure that this government is removed by continuing to protest around the parliament. The young generation should get together to get rid of this leadership. This government is just criminal and worse than North Korea. We have never had a worse government than K.P. Oli's administration.
As protests escalated nationwide, the Nepali army began evacuating ministers from their residence using helicopters, while high-ranking officials are being provided security and military barracks. On Monday late night, the government had removed the ban on social media, but on the streets the chants no longer spoke just of free speech, but of corruption, nepotism, and a political elite accused of looting the country while youth face unemployment and poverty. Kathmandu Mayor Balendra Shah has appealed to Gen Z demonstrators to exercise restraint as protests show no signs of abating. Indian carriers Air India, Indigo and SpiceJet have suspended flight services to and from Kathmandu. The unrest is the worst in decades in the poor Himalayan country that is wedged between India and China and has struggled with political instability and economic uncertainty since protests led to the abolition of its monarchy in 2008.